Hello guys, welcome to another Napoleon Total War multiplayer battles. I'm here with the 1v1 with Le Duc de Montebello on Lodi. As this is actually really good 1v1. We both did area over here, so either way. So I still have my basic army of what I usually have: 2 Lancer units, 2 Chasseurs et Cheval, 2 Old Guard, 3 Young Guard, 4 Volts, 6th Regiment de Legier, 2 Fusiliers of Line, 2 National Guard, and the General's Staff. So basically what I've been using for quite a while here. It's my victory army at this point. Is Le Duc has a very good starting position over here. We'll see in a minute what his army looks like. I can only assume it converges of, I think I remember, 5 rifles. This was the first bit, but I can't remember the rest. We'll wait a second here. So I'm still kind of moving my units around. You see, I already have this area ready to advance, because I'm going to push him up here to this river crossing. Try to get over here, but that ain't going to be too successful. We'll see how that goes in a minute. At this point I don't completely know what I'm gonna do with my old guard. They're gonna sit back for a little while. But not as long as they usually do. They will actually get into combat, a lot of combat in this battle. Very unusual for me to put my old guard, but I saw that my flank was falling, so I pushed them in. But that's for a little bit later in the video. My Chasseurs et Cheval. That guy's talking to himself. Alright, Le Duc's army. He has Light Dragoon, another Light Dragoon. So it looks like 3 Highlanders, couple of foot here, and then 2 foot guards. And like I said, 5 rifles. Yeah, 5 rifles. And here, we're already gonna have a really big cav charge going on here. As I'm moving my cav over, you see I'm already trying to form a direct line, and I saw that his cav was charging in, so I charged my lancers in. So of course, light dragoons are still not going to do good against lancers anyway, so they're not supposed to do good anyways. So my lancers are just going to do a lot of damage against these dragoons, and I charge my Chasseurs et Cheval with them, and they're just going to. This is going to be a cav slaughter right here in this area. Guaranteed cav slaughter. So this is basically the first big battle at this point. As you can see, my Volt's quickly running up. See, I'm push back 2 units just to keep them from coming in during this cav, because I thought Le Duc might charge with his cav into my lights, but that didn't happen. And then as you can see, he's currently just setting up right here on this main hillside. He's not really sending any units over here yet, or over there. See, I already have 3 lights ready to move onto that flank, because I'm moving my young guard up with them. So, and then my lights are going to start getting fire down on the remaining cav, which honestly, my cav is going to pretty much survive, though it is going to get some friendly fire in a second. So are my National Guard, but either way. There goes the friendly fire. Not too much friendly fire, but that's going to quickly rout... Sorry, I still got a cough here, guys. That's going to quickly rout 2 of those units, and then I'm continuing to shoot up this other Dragoon unit that currently remains. But that's going to quickly rout all his cav aspect that he has, with just my 2 cav units still alive. See, I still have 2 cav units over here. I was moving them across to possibly reinforce, but I noticed that was not needed, so I'll move them again. But that's pretty much Le Duc's cav aspect now. I'm going to start fast forwarding now, because this is a long battle. See, I already got a decent amount of my army across the crossing here. My men are already a bit tired. That's fine. See all the dead bodies now sitting here. So that's what Lancers will do. They will do damage. You can see my men very depleted, but still here. But, either way, they survived. And you can see I have probably half my army over here. Gonna get ready to push over here and go across the river. And now I'm just advancing up. Nothing else really to do but advance. See the couple of National Guard. Friendly fires. That's a Fusilier right there. I don't know, but yeah, a couple of men were lost in friendly fire. Oh, my Fusiliers didn't lose anyone, so it was just 3 National Guard guys died in friendly fire. As you can see, Le Duc's rifles are about to put up stakes. It's one of the annoying parts of this battle. Sorry to say, Le Duc. Le Duc. See, putting up his stakes now, which very, very good tactic actually, because I could have just easily charged up this hill and took out his rifles, but he put up the stakes. So I could not do that. But this is going to be the first skirmish. You can see I just quickly push in here, which is honestly a bad idea. I took a lot of losses very, very quickly. I'm surprised my Volts didn't rout right there, but they kept the line. So I'm moving all my men up. But honestly, as of right now, I'm not going to be able to get many kills for some reason. I don't understand it, but I was not able to get too many kills. I think it's just because of the stakes or the extra cover for the riflemen. I'm literally point blanking, and they're not dropping very quickly except for this unit. This unit's kind of still in the middle of nowhere. So basically at this point I'm just taking a lot of losses for very little positive happening at this point. And I am getting some decent kills though from stray bullets. You see now Le Duc's moving over pretty much a good quarter of his army to keep me from crossing. Or he's pretty much already sitting there. At this point I'm just kind of running my men, though I already kind of knew for a fact that I was not going to get the flank. Or just basically that hill. As you can see, I'm just not getting any kills at this point. No kills. I'm literally just taking losses. Right, I'm getting some little shots that hit these foot units back here, but this.
Our men are running.
See, I already lost a bolt unit. So at this point, I'm already kind of looking in the negative for this battle. But I'm going to keep ahead of it for a little while. Ooh, I think I just shot one of the musicians. I saw a guy in a yellow coat fall on him. There he is. And that's when I retreat my line back because I didn't want to take any more further losses from all the fire being put down. So I just pushed my line back, reformed, sat for a little bit. Not for that long though. And you see the time limit was set, but that time limit we didn't really need to worry about it because it was an hour long. So, I mean, heck, I could probably keep track of this video time if I looked at it. See, I have my 2 depleted cav units sitting up here, which are kind of just going to get wasted on a square a little bit later. Probably in the next 5 minutes, I'm going to have to say. At this point, I'm kind of focusing on this flank, trying to get my men moved across quickly or somewhat. As I'm moving my remaining 2 cav units that are still full across to keep the flank, at least for a little while. You see, now I'm moving my old guard over for possible reinforcement purposes in the near future. And yes, it will be very, very needed in the near future. But overall, I took more losses than I killed. That's a for sure thing. I mean, I wish I wouldn't have done that, but I did kind of waste my Voltigeurs on a couple of my units. My Fusiliers, National Guard, all 4 of those units took losses. I was just trying to charge in my Chasseurs de Cheval against these rifles, but they decided to walk for about 100 more feet. Then I finally noticed that they're not going, and there they go. That gives them, like, the rifles and Leduc another, like, 5 seconds to notice what I'm doing. So he kindly pushes his rifles back behind his line, and I get a nice charge into his continuous line. But for the most part, my Chasseurs de Cheval just died, though I did do a decent chunk of damage to these units, or 1 or 2 of the units. At this point, I have moved all my line across pretty much, just forming up. Now I'm pushing up the flank to try to get a quick attack. But at this point, since he's moved his rifles out of the stakes, that it'll be a bit easier shots, though I'm still going to get shot up pretty bad in the situation. See, my Volts are already pretty much dead. They're gonna do a lot of damage still, but they're already pretty much dead. So I never did notice until after the battle that I did take a few losses to one of my Voltigeurs when they were forming up here on this flank. Here we go, starting up here. So we're basically having a quick skirmish at this point. See, I just lost the Volt. So, and then after that, and there we go, that's where it happened. Just now seeing that to this replay that I never saw. Of course, sometimes the men decide to be a bit stupid and, you know, walk in front of the range of the enemy riflemen across the way while they're walking, so take about 16 losses. So I kind of randomly charged my National Guard there into those rifles. And I'm finally starting to rout his light infantry. At this point, my right flank's already starting to look a bit troubled. This is when I knew my old guard were going to need to come into play sooner or later, so I moved them across. Then I kind of wasted my cav up here. Well, I didn't really waste them, but they got charged into with a square, so And now I'm moving my flank back over to the other side, which is going to be a very good idea in the future. I'm going to be happy I did that. But as you can see, I'm finally narrowing down the remaining light infantry. I mean, at this point, I've still lost more than I've killed. So all I've been killing is light infantry. See, my random National Guard guy ran forward and probably about to get shot in a second. Just gonna watch him. He's gonna get shot. Nope, he's not gonna get shot. But my line's gonna get shot, and then I move the line a bit forward. But now my old guard are back here and ready to reinforce. You can see I'm trying to move my old guard on the flank here, but they're not gonna end up changing that idea. And I'm moving them up here too. But I knew for the fact that this National Guard was not going to be able to hold off. So I'm going to end up changing my mind and moving this old guard in here. And another old guard there too. At this point, I was paying attention very, very much to my flank. And at this point, since I was firing at those lights for so long, that's when I have to charge in my Fusiliers right there. And that's when my old guard come into play to plug the hole. Which is actually a lot better than you would think. Because the old guard provide that morale reduction. But at this point, this is there's nothing happening over here. I just moved all the way across. And my men are just continuing to move into position, walking pace.
Our men are running, sir.
Though my old guard did kind of take their time getting into line here, even though they were running. They were tired. But at this point, I'm already starting to retake this flank. See, now I'm reforming again. It's that poor Fusilier line's getting shot from the side. I mean, at this point, my old guard are going to be the enemy so bad in a second. They're just going to rip right through this foot unit in a second. Let's just watch this magnificent volley of old guardness. Here we go. Let's watch the men drop. And there you go. That's one volley. And if you saw the number, the amount of men that there were, they just dropped like flies. Got cut from the knees. Pretty much lost almost 30 men in one volley. Pretty much 30 men in one volley. And then right after that, one last volley, and it's pretty much done. So at this point, I'm beginning to retake this area. That's when Leduc's going to notice and going to start trying to reinforce, but he's not at that point exactly yet.
One of our units has used all its ammunition, sir.
That's when another one of my units ran out of ammo. So, charge them in. Gonna try and reform here at this point. As these two Highland foot are going to be around for a while longer. Now I'm reforming my old guard. Because the National Guard are pretty much a distraction.
Our men are running, sir.
And this random rifle unit was right there, but it ain't gonna see the light for very much longer. As my old guard quickly cut up this Highland unit. But with that Highlander unit comes still the morale going down, and then rout the rifle unit that came back. So now Leduc only has 2 units on this hill. It's literally all he has. So at this point, I don't really know what I'm doing here. Hold on.
The men are
oh yeah, I just continue to reform, and then as you can see, as it's showing up there, that I'm moving starting to move that whole entire force over on that river crossing over to start trying to reinforce over here, because I knew Leduc was going to start sending reinforcement over, and I knew it was happening soon. So that's when I started to move all these units over. It's going to be a slow process, and I told Leduc, so you're going up the hill, are you? He's like, yes. And then just going to be him charging back down in a second. So you can see my old guard just shredded whatever it could get. See, this random Fusilier line came back from routing. So I'm just gonna end up charging them up here. He moved up, but I'm gonna end up charging those Fusiliers of line into those Highlanders up there. But Leduc's gonna push in before that actually happens. But this Highlander's gonna put a nice volley into the Fusiliers before they get up there. And as you can see, now I'm moving my two of my Young Guard in the 6th in a Volt unit. And I have a Volt and a Young Guard just sitting here waiting. As I have my one remaining Cav unit of Lancers ready and poised to attack at any moment. This was a decently long battle. And now I push up again. And here we go, another firefight's about to begin against the Highlanders and my Old Guard. You can see one volley dropped a good chunk of them already. But at this point, my Old Guard actually are going to be mostly shooting this flank, which is going to be a bad idea. But I eventually noticed that Leduc's reinforcing with his foot guards, so I'm going to end up having to push back. So far, my National Guard's honestly the only thing being shot at. But with this, I do a lot of damage. And now my Old Guard are literally the only things existing to keep this flank from falling. Then once that unit routs, I basically push back my Old Guard. I know I can trust them in combat, but I don't want to lose them because of a flanking maneuver. So I'm trying to push my reinforcement over as quickly as possible, but it's going to take a while for them to get to there. My Old Guard proving that they are very, very worthy in battle. And very, very accurate, as you can see this whole entire flank of dead Highlanders. Drop this Highlander down 106, my Old Guard did. See all these rifles that are now dead. My couple of dropped Old Guard around here. Start fast forwarding again. But this National Guard came back, so I push it back on the flank. So I'm just getting ready to defend against this remaining of Leduc's force. And now Leduc's pushing over reinforcement even more than he was pushing over before. He's just pushing over another foot guard. And at this point, yeah, it's very needed for him to push in with reinforcement. See, now I move this National Guard over here to the flank, which is very needed. And now I'm trying to get my Young Guard to come in and reinforce, but they're just kind of scraggled here on a stupid building here for a minute. But for the most part, this is all the force that remains on this flank, besides the current reinforcement. He's now pushing another foot unit over. So pretty much all of his army is about to be over here except for 2 rifles and another foot unit. That just proves how accurate the Old Guard is and how proven it is in battle. Units routing over here. Oh, Fusilier of line. I literally kept 2 units over here, and Leduc did not push. He did not push this flank at all. As he said to me on Steam, he thought I was trying to bait him into an attack of me just returning my force, which is not what I did. Obviously not. See, now I am quickly reforming my old guard to pretty much go against this foot guard. Yeah, they slaughtered. Good chunk right there.
One of our units has
And then this National Guard runs out of ammo. Then it pretty much goes into a charge. So my young guard still sitting back there. Is my old guard quickly rout that foot guard, and my lancers are going to quickly rid them of on the battlefield. Now I'm reforming my old guard once again. And then with this charge, quickly rout or pretty much extinguish foot guard completely, as I lost a couple of lancers due to these spikes or stakes, whatever you'd like to call them. As now my old guard are gonna pretty much be outnumbered. As my young guard quickly taking their sweet time, slowly but surely going through the town, and so I'm just basically trying to keep myself from losing this area. As you can see, I'm trying to create these flanking maneuvers. So actually, my National Guard kill a couple of them still in a charge of these foot guards. Well, my National Guard guy just got stabbed in the back. Because there's still 2 foot units over here, which are going to be pushed in for reinforcement also. There you go. Last 2 foot units being pushed in for reinforcement. So I'm hoping my young guard will hurry up and get in line, and it takes them forever just to get there. I'm hoping to get my lights over here too, but they're kind of still taking their time because they're also exhausted and very tired.
The men are fatigued, sir.
Yes, I know the men are fatigued. See, now they're going at snail's pace, and now I'm pretty much remaneuvering to counter against this of the foot guards. Pretty much, I'm just pulling off any maneuver I can think of just to keep myself from just to not lose the flank. As my old guard were still out of range, my young guard are gonna quit. No, they're not gonna quit. They're gonna get quickly shot down, as I was pretty sure I was trying to say there. Do not know. But my young guard are gonna not kill anything. Well, they're gonna kill a couple, but they're not gonna kill them quickly enough.
Nothing to be done for the dead now, lad.
See, now I'm just trying to... See, now I push my old guard up. Pretty much all I did was just reform like 30 times just to try to win this battle. And I knew if he tried to flank around right here, I would have lost. He just kind of kept his men there. And now I push back again, as I saw how that was going. So I do take a few losses to my old guard. But my young guard are gonna kind of get shot in the back here by this foot guard. Now at this point, I'm quickly trying to push my lights across. But to this point, I just decided to move my young guard and Voltigeur across and charge them against these 2 rifles. You can't see the other one, but it's hidden up here in a minute. mean, you would think at this point it does not look like I'm going to win at all. If you think that it looks like I'm currently going to win, I don't know. I don't know. Because at this point, I was thinking I am not going to win this. My old guard are quickly getting depleted. But fortunately, that's not going to be the case. My young guard's still standing here doing nothing. As Leduc starts pushing in here, as I charge my Lancers against them, and they kind of do some weird crap here. I move them back, and they discontinue the charge. I don't understand why. So they're going to get dropped down to around 33, 34, 33, like I thought. So I'm trying to get my lights up here.
One of our units has used
and that's when my old guard ran out of ammo up here. Which they're going to get a nice charge, and I charge them in against this weakened Highland foot up here. That means I have to reform this other old guard once again. As you can see, is these last couple units are going to be the saviors of the battle, including my light infantry. As the Duke's going to kind of forget about this unit of foot and going to let them get slaughtered by this unit, the 6th. You see, I'm charging up the hill here. I'm getting shot up bad. So I'm just trying to perform a quick charge. But, yeah, this charge is not going to be the prettiest for either unit. You can see my old guard now got in a melee combat. Don't know where. Oh, I think I decided. For some reason, I charged them in right there, and they just kind of tweaked out. You know, they're kind of like some of the, you know, default game stuff that likes to glitch every 5 seconds sometimes. So I just charged them. See, look at that. I still have them charging in against that foot guard, and they're going over here. So I just let them continue their charge into this Highlander.
Our men are running, sir.
And as I was saying, this charge over here is not going to be the prettiest for either unit. You see now my young guard are finally getting into battle. And somehow these both of these rifle units are going to survive against my young guard. You don't know how, probably because they're very tired, and that's probably why. But yeah, they get slaughtered by these rifles, which doesn't make any sense to me at all. Here we go, this foot unit quickly getting killed, or sniped from a distance by my 6th regiment. But combat's finally starting again here in a second. This flank kind of calmed down. As there goes the foot unit that I was talking about. As these rifles still existing.
Our men are running,
and there goes the young guard. It 91 men it decided her out. Yep, that's morale for ya. But yeah, they're just gonna get quickly killed off by these rifles. Ooh, he got stabbed. Yeah, that young guard won't come back. So I'm quickly moving my Lancer to try to take them out, which is going to be very successful. But at this point now, I have retaken this flanking position. See, now I'm moving back my old guard again.
Running, sir.
At this point now, that what exists is a foot guard, 2 Highlanders, and 2 rifle units, which are about to be killed off by my Chasseurs. Oh, dang it. I almost said Chasseurs. Those aren't Chasseurs, those are Lancers. And here we go. Charge in! And there you go. That's the charge. Oh my god. That pretty much slaughters the whole entire unit. And then my old guard rout this Highland unit within about 1 volley. And then this unit of foot is Can also get quickly slaughtered by both that Voltigeur unit and the old guard itself. See, now my light's quickly firing down at this unit that came back afoot, which is going to rout in a second. And I officially routed all rifles, which that unit's actually going to come back, so I'm just going to keep my lancers in the area. And then that foot unit finally routs. Still at 70 men, so it will come back from routing. See, now I'm once again doing another repositioning, and at this point it's starting to look like I am definitely winning. You wouldn't think I would have been winning at the point it looked like earlier, but when Leduc pushed all of his reinforcement over, that is what caused it. That's what caused the downfall. Oy, that's a nasty volley right there. This unit's actually not going to get very many kills at all, so it's going to sit out of range for 5 minutes. I've just killed a couple more of my lancers, 4 to be exact. Yeah, those reps come back, but they're going to get quickly routed by my lancers. But a couple of these units just keep on coming back, but the number they're in, 1 volley from the old guard and they're dead. And there you go. Goodbye, Mr. Highlanders. Goodbye. So now only this foot unit and foot guard exists. Though at this point, I'm still thinking I might still lose this. I might still lose this. Though that's not still gonna happen. It's a la victory. As you see, this foot guard still living it. Probably about half men. Not much longer. Pretty much all it's firing on is light infantry. As I'm moving my general in, and there's going to be a lovely general charge right here in this very, very pond. I didn't want there to be a charge of generals, but it happened. And there was that foot. So literally all that exists is foot guards. Well, foot guard and a general. So basically, the generals charge in. Didn't exactly want that to happen, but Leduc charged anyways. And my general gets quickly slaughtered in melee and dies. So yeah, my general did not do any damage really. Okay, did kill a couple of them, but for the most part, died pretty right before. Yeah, it was a kind of a weird way to end my general. There goes my general staff. So literally all that exists is a foot guard. All the infantry. And I already knew for a fact that Leduc's going to probably charge either of these 2 units, the young guard or the old guard. So literally a couple of seconds before I'm about to get my men into line, he charges my old guard right here. My 1 remaining old guard. And I get him in a square.
Glorious victory, sir, is soon to be yours.
So yeah, the general quickly dies. Quickly dies. Actually, I don't even know if he actually died, but I just know his unit dies. Oh, yep, there it goes. Because that's the end of Leduc Montebello. And pretty much the end of his foot guards, because he basically got them killed by my lights. One more volley, there you go. So that was the end of this battle, you guys. Pretty long 1v1. Say GG to Leduc. But let's look at the unit statistics. As you can see, My 6th Regiment did a lot on the flank. My old guard did the most damage after entered battle, and then my young guard, even though I brought him in as reinforcement, didn't kill much of anything, surprisingly. Either way, that's the end of that one, you guys. Hope you guys like it. More to come. Hopefully, maybe campaign soon. I'm still wondering when I'll be starting that. Hopefully soon. Peace.